Hey there Tesla fans, Aaron Rath here with Rat's Tesla, and today's video is all about maintenance. Now, we've talked in the past that there's not a lot of maintenance that has to be done on a Tesla. I think the only thing I've done maintenance on in the last year and a half that I've owned the car is changing the windshield washer fluid. Well, I just went over 30,000 miles, and there is one thing of maintenance that I need to do that I think a lot of people probably neglect and should probably do. So let's get to what today's maintenance object is. So we'll start with an unboxing and then we'll get to doing the maintenance. This should take about 10-15 minutes and is not too hard. I think that most people can probably do it. Tesla will do it for you, and of course they're going to charge a premium price to do it and get it done for you, but this is something that you can do yourself. And today we are going to change our cabin air filters. I got these on Amazon. I think I paid about $35. I'll have a link in the description down below, so make sure you get these. There are a ton of them out there. I'm not going to tell you that these are the best. These are just the ones that I found that had good reviews on them, and I decided to go with them. I mean, I know there's 100 different companies that make them, but these are the ones that we're going to use. We're going to use the Carliner cabin air filters for Model 3 and Model Y. It's the same for both cars. So let's quick unbox these. And this comes with two cabin air filters. There are two air filters, and these are HEPA air filters as well. Nice quality. They have the air inlet side. They're clearly labeled. They've got nice foam around the outsides to keep them nice and sturdy. And then their HEPA filter, if you can hear that by the microphone. But they are a nice quality filter. Really, really like those. So we're going to get those in a second. Also in the box is a pry tool. You'll need this. And don't throw this away when you're done, because you'll need this for everything you do on the Tesla. So I probably have 25 of these. But keep it around because you'll need this today and for anything else that you do. Also in here is a little Torx bit screwdriver. You'll need this to take the cover off that holds these in place under the passenger side of the car. And then the last thing that they have in the box is advertisement. But one of these has the instructions on it on the back. So this is actually a pretty simple job. So let's go into the passenger side of the car and start this process. Okay, so inside the car, the first thing you want to do is put the passenger seat back about as far as you can. That'll just give you room to work. And then there's two panels that we're going to have to take off. The first one is this one underneath here. And mine is loose because apparently I missed getting one of those little plugs in and it popped out. But they're just 5 little plugs around the edge here. You just kind of pull these out. You can do it with your fingernails, or you can get a little pry tool that came with it and pop them down. But they're just little pop pieces. You just pull the center out and then pull the other piece down, and it'll come out. And then that'll fall out. We'll want to take the plug off the back of the speaker, and then the plug off the light. Your light will look different. My light is like this because I put in aftermarket lights. So you want to unplug that just so that we can set this panel aside and get it out of the way. Now we need to get to this panel, and I need to grab my pry tool real quick to get that done. So now we'll look up underneath here. You got to get this pry tool in here. And if you use this end here and just kind of slide it in, and push, the best way to do it, you'll see on this end, I pushed it in, and then I just used the pry tool and just kind of pry up. Use your finger, hold it in, you'll hear it popping. That's just the little pieces unpopping from the sides. You're just going to walk it through. Once you have a couple done, you can pretty much do it with your hands. You're not going to break anything. You're just popping these little poppers out, and I'll show them to you as soon as we get it taken out of here. And they're just kind of all the way up and around on the tops and the bottom. I'm going to open up underneath here. There we go. So now, if we look at this after we take it out, you can see all these little white plugs on here. Those are what are plugging into the back. If they pop off, you can just slide them back on. They're easy to go back on, and then they go back into the car. Then we're going to need this little tool here, because we're going to go up underneath the car, and right back here is the piece to take out for your filters. So we'll just undo this one with the handy dandy little tool that comes with it, and you'll see that as I take it out, it's kind of already sliding out, and then it just falls aside. And then back in here are the filters. They got a little pull tab on it to pull it out. You kind of got to lift it up and pull it out. So you just pull that one out, and then you have the one on the bottom you lift up and pull out. And that's as simple as that. If we bring these out here, we can see mine aren't too bad. I mean, they're a little dirty, but not anything too bad. I mean, I could probably get away with another 50,000 miles or so on those. Those aren't bad at all. But we're going to put in the new set. So, this new set has two different directions. So it says cabin air filter on this side, and then this side says air inlet on this side. So that means we're going to take this side and put it towards the back. Now you'll notice these have these little red tabs. You're going to want to make sure that you keep those so they're easy to get to, because that's what's going to make replacing them in the future easier. So this one just kind of, you'll just see, you'll slide it in and hold on to that little red tab, and as it goes in, it'll drop down. So you kind of just slide it into place and make sure that that red little tab is showing. And then we're going to take the second one and just slide it in over the top. And that's as easy as that. So both of those have been replaced. Now we just have to put the car back together. So following reverse order, we'll just take this little plate, and there's a little thing up top where it just kind of slides up and under and then into place. You want to make sure you get the top part hooked, and then the bottom part will just kind of slide on, and then you got to kind of push it into place, start the screw, and then use the handy dandy little tool to screw it back into place. There you go, simple as that. Now we're going to put this back into place. Two things you want to be careful of. You want to make sure that your wires are out of the way so that they don't get stuck behind it. And then you'll see on the back here that there's this one black plug. That's like a guide plug. That's going to go in here, and that's going to guide, or I'm sorry, it's going to go right here, and that's going to kind of guide so that all these other spots line up and can click back into place. So let's go ahead and get that pushed back into place. Once you kind of have it tucked into spot, you just got to walk around the edges and just kind of push them back into place. You'll hear them pop in, and then yeah, you're done there. Now next is underneath here is putting this panel back up. And like I said, these have these little plugs in here. And if you lose one like I did, you're going to want to find replacements. Now, I did do a video in the past with replacement plugs for this, and I'll put a link in the description down below where you can order them on Amazon. I ordered a whole case of them, but I'm going to have to go find a couple because I was missing two. So I'm going to go grab those real quick, and we'll get to putting this on. Okay, so now we're going to get this bottom piece put back in. And there's two things, remember, we need to plug back in. The first one is the light. Again, your light will look a lot different than this one. And then the other one is the speaker. I don't want to forget that. You know, push that till you hear a click. Then we're just going to kind of push this up into place. And you'll know where it goes. It'll kind of just sit in there just right. It's got a little lip on the front that holds it into place. And then get that other plug put in. And then once we've got all these in, we're done. So I'll use a little bit of a different one to kind of help push this one up into place. All right, so after some finagling, I was able to get it in. So again, the car whiner product, the cabin air filters, super easy to put in. I think that took me less than 10 minutes, and that's while doing it on camera, which adds time to it. But super easy to do maintenance. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description down below. It's about 35 bucks. I got them off of Amazon, so they showed up in a day or two if you have Prime. But yeah, that's super easy. So we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notified when we put new videos up. And as always, drop a like on this video. Comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if there's specific in-cabin air filters that you prefer. And we'll try them out. But thanks for watching today. As always, get out, go drive, be safe, have fun, and we'll catch you in the next video.